Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen. Orpheus is still here in Antalya, taking on the Imperial forces led by Omicron, who is a necromancer who's trying to build up an army of undead to supplement the Imperial forces. So, this land is known as the Land of Imprisonment, and while Orpheus did rescue an imprisoned angel here in the last episode, Eustace, that is not the reason why this is named the Land of Imprisonment. We haven't really learned the true reason why yet. Eustace was imprisoned here because she is fighting against Rashidi. Surprisingly, there's some angelic civil war kind of going on. Some angels have aligned themselves with the Empire and Rashidi, and others have aligned themselves with the forces of good, such as Orpheus's army. So, Eustace drew a contract up, and Orpheus, signed it and agreed to it, and that's why she and her units joined our army. Other angels basically are fighting with Rashidi because of a contract written up by the previous head angel, Mizzle. So, even though Rashidi's kind of an evil guy, well, even though we know he's an evil guy, for some reason he managed to get Mizzle, the former head angel, to fall in love with him. And, love blinds, and she formed a contract with Rashidi. So, the angels who followed Mizzle, they're basically working for the Empire now. And then the other angels are, opposed to Rashidi. So, Eustace tried to come down and convince Mizzle to, break that, to back out of that contract and kind of return back to heaven, but obviously it didn't work out because she was captured here, and, well, now she's working with Orpheus and his army. So, we wanted to come here and recruit Eustace because she's going to have special dialogue. So, normally you would probably go to the Tundra area, but the Tundra area is actually, the boss of that area is actually led by Mizzle. So we're going to have special dialogues. That's why we came here first, even though the Tundra enemies are a little bit weaker. But we'll go there next after we clear out this area, which we've almost kind of done. So we just got to find some more hidden treasures and then take out the last little bit of Imperial units here. So speaking of treasure, we just found a sword back there earlier, the Death Sword that gives +8 strength. It's a black magic weapon, so not the best weapon, but +8 strength is basically like 2 levels up for a large unit, 3 levels up for like a smaller unit. So, we'll take the bonus until we find, a better weapon. So, and eventually we will. So, and eventually we'll have to end up trimming our army. But before we talk about trimming our army, let's talk about some of the new recruits that we got in our army. When Eustace joins, she joins with 2 angels and an iron golem. We learned a little bit about iron golems back in Organa. Fenrir had an iron golem with her in her unit, but she was recruited with a gold dragon. But they were told that there's an iron golem wandering around near the river at the base of the at the foot of the mountain. We didn't recruit one there, although we could have, because I knew that we'd be getting one with Eustace's unit here. It's also the reason why we never recruited any angels, even though angels were neutral encounters in quite a few maps, and you can recruit angels with Princess, because I knew that we'd be getting angels here with Eustace's unit too. So, and those angels, they won't stay angels too long. They currently have the levels to transform into cherubim, but they don't have the stat requirement to become cherubim. Cherubim, of course, the upgraded angel, which doubles their attack, gives them 2 halos in the front row and 2 banishes in the back row. Angels just have 1 and 1. So they have the levels, but they just don't have the charisma and the alignment to advance. But we'll be able to easily get that charisma and alignment, because after we liberate this area, we can just send those angels out to roam around in the swamp a little bit, and take out some of the undead there, either the wraiths or the phantoms. So they're level 21, so the angels, I don't know what level they are at. I think they're level maybe like level 16. So they'll definitely get boosts to their charisma and alignment by defeating those undead in the neutral encounters. And then we can easily just then transform them into the cherubim, the next form. So it'll be a while though until they transform into their final form, the seraphim. To become a seraphim, a cherubim needs to have level 22, charisma of 60 plus, and alignment of 80 plus. So cherubims need charisma of 55 plus, and alignment 60 plus, and a level of 11 or higher. But the seraphim, the final form of them, is going to be very similar to the final form of the fairy, the sylph. We got one of them in the last episode. They basically just have that hit all white magic attack, the missile. The seraphim, the final angel, has a hit all white magic attack called laser, and it's very similar to missile. It just basically wipes out undead. So the final form of the fairy and the final form of the angel are very similar, but the major difference is the sylph, the fairy type, is a little bit quicker, but the angel has more durability and will have more hit points and better resistances. So you're basically taking a pure glass cannon for a more durable glass cannon. Angels are by no means bulky, but they're much more bulky compared to the fairies. So we'll find uses of them for all of our army. Same thing with the Iron Golem. Not a really great class, very similar to the other golems. It has high hit points, high defenses, but really low resistances, so magic can really wipe it out very easily. But like the other golems, the regular golem and the rock golem we have in our army, we'll find uses for them. So Iron Golem though tends to have the best resistance out of all of them, but we'll find use for everybody in this army, because that's just one of the goals of this playthrough, to show off all the different classes and what they can do. So every class is, usable. So sometimes it's fun to use some of the weaker classes. You get to experience them, because see what they can do, and sometimes they can surprise you. Like for instance, the octopus units really, kind of surprised me in this playthrough, in a sense. Normally don't use them because there's not a lot of water, but if you look at the map, at first glance at maps, but then if you look at some of the maps, yeah, there actually is, enough water that they can be viable. Maybe not a big ocean, but, there's usually at least a river or something that you can put them on to get their home terrain advantage. So even without the home terrain advantage, because they have 4 front row attacks, which is the most of any unit, they can be, pretty good at dealing out damage, and good for holding on to cities. So that's mainly how we've been using them. Not to necessarily hold on to cities, but usually to hold off like choke points. We'll place them at like the mouth of a river, or a river crossing where a bridge is. So Orpheus unit's finished moving. So it looks like pretty much all of the Imperial units are taken care of, because no more are popping out. So now it's just a matter of going to the enemy base down there and taking out Omicron. So now the only thing about Omicron is, see, there's his base there is surrounded by castle walls. So unless you're approaching him with flyers, you're not going to be able to really surround him like we've been doing with a lot of other bosses, where we just surround around and just swarm all at once. So we're only able to approach him through the south with any unit that doesn't fly. So, but we shouldn't have to worry too much about sending multiple units after him, because the one unit down there is the one with the 2 liches in it, and yeah, they should be able to deal a ton of damage. So fighting magic with magic. You know, fighting these undead with holy magic there. So yeah, we don't need any undead because we just recruited the ones that we needed through our lich. So we can just any undead we meet, we can just fight to, you know, gain some experience for our characters, gain a few levels. So let's have Orpheus fly over here. Not that he's gonna be doing any fighting, but I'm gonna absorb stuff. Oh, he got a neutral encounter. Look, good thing our Griffin there has the Brunhild equipped. So, boop. There we go. That should bring our alignment and charisma up to 100 for both of them. I think they were at like 97. They were at 100, but then they lost a few pieces because of bad tarot card draws. So, but like I said, not much difference between, you know, 97 and 100 alignment, you know. But it's always nice to have those nice 100s in charisma and alignment. Oh, Malone's just checking for treasure over there. I know I forgot that I got it earlier, but so just checking it out. So better to be safe than sorry. So got it. Orpheus ended up getting it back when he uncovered that chaos gate up there. That chaos gate is going to that is kind of the reason why this is kind of known as the Land of Imprisonment. That chaos gate does not lead to a floating island like all the other chaos gates that we've managed to uncover have. So it's it leads to a unique place. Oh, we got a tribute, so now I guess we can go take on Omicron. And it's probably best that we're taking him on during the day because, you know, he's evil, so he's gonna have lowest resistances during the day. How dare you destroy my undead? You'll pay for this with your lives. Let's fight it out. Let's show them the power of true undead, the liches. So we're gonna get to see what the whatchamacallit, the evil ones look like when they fight. We got to see the little cool spinny move. This would be a good place if you have a world card to use. Omicron obviously is going to have two magical attacks, hit all magical attacks. There's a little spin move there. And the evil ones in the back row are going to have magic attacks with their fireball that they shoot out with their axes. And we just can't hit Omicron there. Ooh, but he has no problem hitting us, but luckily our we have our monk on duty there to heal up, so although we may need to use the tarot card to heal up more, but we'll first see if we can finish Omicron off. Our liches both still have 2 attacks yet, so if they connect with all of them, we should be able to finish them off. But looks like we're gonna need another round to take this guy out, so. Although all his henchmen are gone. Dope. Oh well. Well, another round should finish him off pretty easily, so. We'll check out his unit there. Level 20. His evil ones are 19 and 16. Oh, the ones in the front are really low level, so. Plunk. Alright, well, round 2. He'll heal up a little bit, but we should be able to tear through those remaining hit points. Should have been able to tear through them the first time, but everyone just kept missing, so. We'll throw up our, this will guarantee our survival, so. He'll hit us, then the monk will heal most of the damage he does, and we'll have enough hit points to survive the remaining, hit all magic attack that he uses. Assuming that, whatchamacallit, he lives that long. If both of our liches hit, then we should be able to finish him off, so. Come on, monk, heal. Heal, heal, heal. And, lich, you better hit, because we want that, wyvern to survive. And, unfortunately, our lich missed, so, yeah, Omicron's gonna go now, so let's retreat so we don't lose that wyvern. And, we'll let him heal up a little bit. But, no, we don't want Orpheus to fight. But what we can do with Orpheus here is we can switch the flyers around. So Orpheus's Griffin is, you know, healthy. So we can just do a quick switcheroonie with the high flyers. Put the Griffin in with the Lich unit, and then have the Wyvern go over with Orpheus just for the time being. And now we can begin our assault again. And this should be the final assault here, so let's finish this off. So let's send another bad guy to the afterlife. So we just gotta have our Liches hit. Come on, Liches, you must hit. That's always good when Omicron misses. And get the healing plus pretty right away. Looks like their tactics are on weak, so yeah, they'll be targeting the cleric. So that gives a little bit more survivability to our Griffin in the front there, who's being targeted by the evil ones in the front row. Yuck. And we got another miss hit, so boo. Oh, I may have to just use a tarot card to finish it off, so didn't want to have to do that, but a world card would have been nice, but oh well, tarot cards don't miss, so unlike our Liches who were missing really terribly. Boo. So yeah, we took out everybody, and yeah, Orpheus is okay if he gained a level. So he is really low. He gained that level earlier, so I think he's probably at level, he was probably at level 14, so he might be level 15. Well under compared to what other bosses are. See that Omicron was level 20, so Orpheus is still underpowered, which is good. Gives that underdog appearance for all those cities that he liberates and temples, so helps build our reputation, which I think should be maxed, or very close to max. Unfortunately, you can't see, like, there's not a numerical number value that is given with the thing. You just basically have to guess based on, you know, how it looks. So, all right, let's disband our units and change them up a little bit. We'll get Orpheus back with his friendly Griffin there. He's been hanging out with forever. So let the, who do we want? Put the Wyvern back in there, and then we'll get Orpheus back his trusty Griffin steed, because he'll be heading back into Antalya there to talk with all the shrines and not all the shrines, the temples and the cities that he's liberated. So, and there's Eustace's unit there. She's a cherubim. She comes with 2 angels. They are lacking mainly the charisma. Charisma has to be 55 plus, alignment 60 plus. So their alignment is good. They just got to get that charisma boost, and they can easily get that charisma boost by just taking out one of those undead. So we can make a small unit with them and send them out to maybe try to farm some undead while we're whatchamacallit, while we are liberating the cities and towns and stuff. So, and Eustace will throw her in there with the unit with there's our Iron Golem. We'll throw her in that unit with the 2 Dragoons and Deneb, because, you know, it's kind of the supernatural unit, you know, from the heavens. So, alright, let's head back to Antalya. Now, over on the lower left corner of the map, you see there's a new area there. That is the area that is brought up by finding the Chaos Gate. So, we won't go there next. We'll actually be going to the Tundra, where Mizal, the former head angel, was. So let's just release this unit with the angels in it, and throw them up front, or throw them around in the swamps to try to find whatchamacallit, to try to find the undead to level up. We'll put them in the front row because their halos will take out the undead. We'll have to set our tactics to thanks to you, this land has returned to peace, to anything but strong, so that the clerics don't attack the undead. Thanks to you, this land has returned to peace. No problemo. It's at peace, but there are still roving hordes of undead in the swamps. So just don't head out to the swamps and everything will be okay. You can see they're moving really, really slow in that little swamp, so... Thanks to you, this land has returned to peace. But slow movement is okay. Usually that means that you're more likely to get random neutral encounters that way. I guess it's maybe it's a frame rule. Like on certain frames, the neutral encounter number will pop up. So the longer you're in an area, the more likely you'll come across that frame. So this game probably runs like 60 frames per second. That's how most old Nintendo games ran. So computer's doing a lot of calculations. Have you heard of the devil Galf? He is a demon who fought the 3 High Knights in the Ogre battle. He was finally chased here and captured by the 3 High Knights. Alright. And that's going to give us the reason why this land is kind of known as the Land of Imprisonment. So, spoilers, Galf was captured here, but he was sealed away in the land that we uncovered through that Chaos Gate over on the west. And Talia has long called the Land of Imprisonment for a long time. Long ago, we'd have an imprisonment ceremony every year, but ever since the war, we've stopped. But I don't think that there's anything really imprisoned here, so it doesn't really matter. Well, nothing imprisoned here. But the Chaos Gate leading to where something very important is imprisoned is here. And that, I guess, ties in with that ceremony that they've forgotten. So... uh-oh. Hopefully Galf doesn't break the seal. So... now, technically, you can have Galf break the seal. If you're going for the worst ending in the game, if you have a really low alignment and really low reputation, eventually you will meet Galf, and Talia has been called Land of Imprisonment for a long time. Long ago, we'd have an imprisonment ceremony every year, but ever since the war, we've stopped. The imprisonment ceremony, it was held on the island to the west, I think. Yeah, where the Chaos Gate was. But as I was saying with Galf, if you have a really low reputation, really low alignment, eventually when you meet Galf, you can give him the means, the Brunhild sword, to break his, to give him the power to break his imprisonment. He'll join your army, but then you'll get the worst ending in the game. So, well, we're going for the best ending in the game. But, yeah, you get, you'll actually recruit Galf. He's a special character. So, we of course won't be recruiting him because pretty much recruiting him means you're getting the worst ending. I say pretty much because apparently if you recruit him, you can dismiss him. And if you dismiss him from your army, then it doesn't count that you... it's just basically he has to be in your army at the end of the game to get that. So theoretically, I guess you can recruit him and still get a better ending as long as you dismiss him from your army before you beat the game, so... We found this filthy staff in Omicron's room. It seems to be a staff of the dead. They create sorcerers. We have no use for it, so please take it for yourself. Well, we have no use for it either, because all our mages that we have already been promoted to the sorcerer class, and since then given an undead ring to promote into the lich class, so... well, we'll just finish off this little bit of time here we have left before tributes pop in and we lose a bunch of money. We're just wandering around here, seeing if we can get into neutral encounter, maybe get some charisma on our angels. If we don't, I'll just end up doing that off screen so that we have the cherubim for the next time. So, oop, nope, and stayed a little too long, but that's okay. Money ain't that important. We can always sell that staff that we got, because like, we don't need it either, so. Alright, well, I'll catch you next time. Well, hopefully I'll have those angels advance the cherubim, and I'll be heading off to the tundra to see if we can confront Mizzle. Take care, have a good day. Bye!